Hello viewers, there is a video I just saw on internet and it's going around. So I just say let me just address some little thing. Although what this young pastor said, Pastor Victor also, is absolutely true. But there are some things I just want to put in order just for you people to understand. But before then, just watch the video and also send your comment and what you understand. So watch the video, then I'll come back and say one or two things. Yeah.
Bro, your story is hard to believe. You thought God called you, but he didn't really call you. Can you tell us how you started your journey and how things went for you?
Well, it all started 2018, so 2019. Though things was very hard that time, so I began to go from church to churches. I began to look for a solution to really know what is happening to my life at that point. So each church I go, each prophetic church I go, they say you have a calling. And the reason why you're struggling is because you have a calling. So they begin to, the message becomes so hard that I was convinced without asking them the area that God called me. So that was how I joined the Winners Chapel, began to pastor there. So after I went to their pastor school for some months, so I was ordained a pastor in 2019, and I go full into the ministry.
Are you serious? Do you have the certificate or the letter to prove that you were ordained?
Yes.
You have it?
Yes.
So where did you serve?
Well, that was in Kaduna State. So they transferred me to a place called Gidansani in Kafanchan.
Okay.
Yeah, so to pastor a new church during their missionary evangelist enrollment, when they were planting their 10,000 churches.
Okay.
Yes.
So how was your journey like when you started with Winners Chapel?
Okay. So at that time, I was really excited. The honor in the work, the way people respect you, and the way people look at you, treat you as a pastor. So and the ones I watch in television, all these are big Jews. So the thing really inspired me. Even though I have the passion, I really have the passion for God work as of that time. So I went into the ministry expecting that my life is going to turn around as far as I'm doing God work. So I dedicate my time. Imagine I start a new church where there is, in fact, they will just transfer it to the community. They'll ask you go there, you look for a house, then you look for a hall where you start your ministry.
Will they give you money?
They will only say when you find the house and the hall that you will be doing your church. They will start your church and they will pay money. Okay. They'll send money for you to get the place.
Okay, so that was what happened.
And so as I went to the community, I was able to raise people there.
Like how many?
Sometimes 200 and something members.
Jesus, are you serious?
Very serious.
I don't believe you. Do you have evidence to prove what you are saying, like pictures, videos of this?
Yes, I have them on my phone. Because the place is a community. So as I went there with that passion, I was the only youngest pastor in that community.
How old were you then?
That should be around 20. Okay, let me just say 20, 29, 30.
Okay, we're 29 years old.
Yes.
Okay, so leading 200 people, someone like that would not feel discouraged, to be honest. So at which point in your life did you feel, did you start to doubt your call?
Well, as I was in the community, though it was not really easy because it's a village. So, but the result I was getting financially is not really encouraging. There are so many responsibilities, there are so many people looking up to me. And the most frustrating part of it, where the frustration started, is everybody is looking up to you as a pastor. Even if you're dying, they are still looking up to you. Even if you don't have anything, they are still looking up to you. So at a point, I was looking for a way to just let them know that sometimes pastors don't have. Sometimes we get exhausted to pray. In fact, I had some challenges there that, although that one maybe I may call it spiritual because it has to do with prayer. And I pray for somebody once at a time, exactly what is doing that person begin to do me.
Are you serious?
But I don't know how to tell the people there that these are some things, some encounter. But that one is not a problem because I always dedicate my time to pray, and I was not having fear. But the only thing that killed my passion for God, that in the church there is no love.
What do you mean?
sometimes our fellow pastors, in fact, if you know what pastors go through, like I have so many friends that we started that time, almost every day they call me, send me 1K, please send me data. Pastors and people that are pastoring over, let me say, 200, 500 people.
Wait, if what this guy is what he's saying true, those of you that are pastors, can you confirm what he's saying? Because I feel like if we can have more people to speak, it will provide understanding. Because to be honest, a lot of people look at pastors as perfect people. Do you understand? To be honest,
no.
And nobody really cares about their own life. Continue, please.
That is the major problem, and that is the major cry in my heart that I wish other people out there see.
So a pastor will be asking you for data and 1K.
Data 1K, I have them plenty every day. Pastors go through a lot, most especially all these coming up pastors. If you go have one-on-one interview with them, like, you will be amazed. Most of them are dying. Some of the things they teach in the church, they lack them very well in the home. Most especially, there are some of them broken marriages. So, in fact, a lot of things that I don't want to go into.
Please go into it. Let's talk about it, because we need to support our pastors. And if you also feel like you have similar experience, you want to share your story, please reach out to me. Do you understand? I feel like we should be able to provide understanding and support for pastors, because if these people are truly working, we should be able to think about them. How it doesn't make sense that a pastor be lacking something like internet data. It doesn't make sense. So please go on and say everything, please.
It's very, very hard to believe. See, I've seen a pastor friend died of ulcer. This ulcer, because there was no money to treat himself at that moment. So at that time, he shared on the platform that this is what he's going through. But most of the times, see, let me tell you one thing about pastors. They have shame, most of them. One thing that makes some pastors, and that was the major reason why I decided to quit the job. One of the major things that make pastors begin to lie, deceive the people, is hunger. Some of all those things you think is prophecy, there's nothing like prophecy. In fact, there is prophecy. There are genuine ones in the church. There are genuine men of God. But you see, most of all these people that do fraud, fake prophecy, most of the things that push them, apart from that ambition, is hunger. Pastors go through a lot. Like me, the reason why finally I decided to quit was at that moment when the struggle was so much. And I'm looking at big churches, looking at our fathers. And sometimes out of the little money we are having, some of the people ahead of you in the same church will also be expecting you monthly at least send them card as people superseding you, as people ahead of you. But when there was a point I wanted to get married. So at that time, my first time I wanted to get married in 2001. So that time things was very, and I've already engaged this lady. So at that time I tried all my savings, I tried with all the plan, and the list that they gave me from that place. In fact, I know if I open up to this lady that, look at the big church that I'm pastoring. As a pastor, everybody's looking up to me. If I open up to the lady, she will still don't believe it. So sometimes, because of the way people look at us, the way people look at the pastor, see the pastor, you don't know that pastor have not even reached that level. Because there is a process that a pastor have to grow spiritually. You have to grow, that is in all your mind, and that is grow in maturity on how to handle things. There are some entitlement things that the way you treat pastors, see them as God, that those things force them into living the kind of life that they live, because they want to meet up the expectation
of the people.
Kai. So the thing make them, they die silently. So at that time that I wanted to get married, so I talked to the girl, say, look at what happened. Can we allow this thing to wait like this? So he said that the family already, they're expecting, they're looking like this. So I reached out to some people I was supposed to reach out that time to know if I would be able to get at least support. So there was no support. That was how the girl gave up. And my current relationship now is still similar, the same thing. Because a lot of people look up to you, but the majorly why I decide completely I want to try something else is because most especially the hatred. When I say there is no love in the church, there is so much hatred.
What are you talking about?
Pastors don't like each other. Fellow pastors, they fight each other.
Can you tell us about some of your experience?
Well, my last encounter with a pastor, though I would not like to go in detail just because of the person's reputation, but this guy is doing well in ministry. So that guy controls up to 1,000 members. So, and he has his own cars, a lot of flashy things. You see him traveling abroad, flying flying jet. So as he's living those big life, I decided. So the guy started talking to me. We met in the mountain, 2019 also. So he began to talk to me that he liked me, he liked the way I do, if I will come and work with him. So that was how this guy started talking to me until got 2001. I have to resign from Winners where I was pastoring.
2001 or 2021?
That's 2021, sorry. So that's how I resigned and joined the guy. But to my greatest surprise, I never knew that all those things were just packaging. That those things I saw this guy fly out were just packaging. That those things are not there. That sometimes this pastor, though that time I was JJC. When I mean JJC, I'm in fact Abiolodo.
So you left the Winners Church that you were controlling, 200 members, to go and join a pastor with 1,000 members that had so many cars, lived a luxurious life.
I was seeing life.
Yeah, you thought this was God answering your prayer, bringing you into the reality of your dreams.
Thank you.
This was a very good opportunity to continue your story.
So, to tell you, I never knew that those things were completely fake. That sometimes you say that I am in Dubai and I'm traveling in Dubai. What you do, you tell the member congregation that is going to Dubai. Then one person, that time I never knew that they do video. So maybe you will take old pictures of videos of people, maybe people traveling abroad. You will just video where the aeroplane is flying, and you put his picture. You just silence the voice of the people that was there. I'm currently in an aeroplane now. But it was when I began to go close to this guy, I began to notice that some of those times I you say I'm traveling for fasting, it will be inside house.
He will not travel anywhere. Or
those ones that you declare in the church, say they're doing 200 days fasting and prayer. My guy go to the house like this, they chop chicken, they enjoy life. But that guy is the major frustration of how my life turns to this way. And they think they pay me because as the artist in Nigeria have to adopt me. Because I have other passion, the other things I want to do. But just because of these mistakes, meeting wrong people, having bad experience, the gift I have inside is just lying there. I can't have people like Nigerians, other big people out there without coming out to showcase my own dreams just because of mistakes that I do. The thing is very painful. That guy.
Continue. What other things did you experience from this man?
Very well, a very big one. I will not like to talk some other side so that the thing will
I feel that if you share this, people would learn from it. And maybe if he watched this video, he would truly see his mistakes. Yeah. Sometimes a fish that is inside water does not truly know that he or she is inside water. And it's possible that just the way you started too was also how that man started.
Yes.
And because he felt that, he has figured out a hack to keep his life sustained. Because if he's truly serving, help is not really coming. So maybe he tried something one day and it worked out. All of a sudden he got respected, he got favored in an extraordinary way, and he felt that, oh wow, so this is what I must do, right? And that was how he continued it. And ever since, he has been looking for even more ways, new ways, new ideas to even do it better, to achieve bigger. He needs healing, he needs deliverance, he needs mercy. Do you understand? He does not really know what he's doing, even if he tries to defend himself. But only God sees the heart.
Oh yes.
So can you tell us more about your experience with this person?
It's very funny and terrible experience too, because that was how I got here now. Because the guy is the last person I work with. So sometimes in the church, because I was not close due to a lot of packaging that this guy set aside, I was able to work with this guy first year. I was still calling this person Saint, Daddy, seeing him as everything. The second year, different people begin to come to meet me, say, are you sure you know where you are? That is, people begin to bring complaint. What this guy do most, because you have a lot of people that have trusted him.
Where is this church located?
It's in Ebonyi State.
Ebonyi.
Yes, but currently now we're having another branch in Agbo.
I'm from Agbo.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but I think as the last time I called one of the members there, they said the guy have sold the church there in Agbo because of challenges. So, but that time, that guy, he will organize a crusade like this, a very big crusade. He will pick anybody from the street, somebody that he can give orientation like this. He will bring the person and come and name it a apostle. Maybe he'll travel to, as he's having the program in Ebonyi State, he will go to maybe Onitsha, go to another place. Okay, or let me just invite another man of God that don't even know anything about prophecy. Then what they do is, if they organize this program, he will call the person big prophet. So when they organize the program, the members, about 1,000 people, are his church members. He knows them. He knows all their information. So what they do is, if the pastor is in the stage preaching during the prayer and prophecy time, so this guy will come like this, carry his phone as if he's videoing you. He will snap you. He's on WhatsApp. You don't know that he's on WhatsApp. He will snap you. When he snap you, he will write your details, send to the other pastor in the altar. Information of that person. Then the person say, can I prophesy? You know that it is this person, the same pastor, that is passing the information.
Can you swear that what you are saying right now is true?
With my life.
You know, we don't share false information on this platform. Propaganda or those kinds of things. That's the purpose of that form you filled.
Oh, yes.
We have law firms that we work with. Do you understand? We take things like this very seriously. I hope you are truly saying what you really experienced between you and God.
Between me and God, I experienced more than this.
Don't say anything that you did not experience just for saying sake.
Yes, no, I have.
Tell us the truth, and by telling the truth, you are going to help people to live better. So just say every single thing you experienced. Do you understand? I'm sure it's possible that God lets you experience all these things. Maybe to set the record straight. You know, I don't know. Just continue.
Yeah, that is exactly what is going on. So, apart from that guy, I've seen other pastor friends that they have even invited me that time that I was still pastoring. They tell me, say, come, let's organize program. This is how they do it. They make money and share it. That program, you see, so I can even if I describe that program, if you mistakenly put that poster online, you see a lot of people from that time that will fill the comment section. Say that is true, because there was a lot of women that cry. Because once somebody give accurate information, your address, your house, you think that the person is seeing you. So for them to hold you, to hold you in their that is to hold you captive, so that you'll be able to bring them on. They will say, but the problem now is that there is death. They must put one thing that will make you fear. So they will say, for us now to remove this fear, to break this, you have to bring this and that. You have to bring so amount of money. So that is the way, the pattern they used to eat.
They tell that death is coming your way.
They must tell
that
you one thing.
If you want to stop it, you need to sow a seed.
You must sow a seed. And how they do it, they will tell you, see, if you are listening to me, if you're hearing it, this is how they used to say it. And if you hear it, you'll be familiar to it. They will tell you that they will go to 5 churches. They'll tell you bring 50,000 into 5. That they are going to sow maybe a covenant seed, or they will tell you they will go to motherless babies' home. They will tell you a particular thing. They must tell you the way that. But this guy how you always do it is, he will first of all tell you the way that even you, it will be difficult for you to go to those places and say you want to go and share this money, so that at the ending you give him the money, which is the target. So that one aside. Then
this is pure evil.
Then the one that really pain me is the packaging. The packaging inside the ministry is very, very, in fact, it's very, very deep. And I think the major reason why those things are like that is because of what pastors go through. They don't get support. They used to see pastors as God. They used to see pastors as one big people. No, pastor is just a title. That pastor is just a title. He's still a person like you. He suffer everything you suffer. It's just few people that God have really shown grace. Most especially the people that are disciplined, that have disciplined themselves to walk according to the principle of God. Because God have principle. God have his own way of doing things. So you can't be in ministry, want to do your things your way. You want to do God things your own way. It doesn't work like that. If you enter into a ministry or maybe a business, you must do the business in that is
you
in
follow the principle of the business.
Yes. So that is how, and that is what God expects us. But most of all these pastors, all those things, most of all the things they say, they brag. They don't. In fact, they suffer. There was a time that me and this guy, after he preached, he feel that miracle have taken place like this. Immediately as we finish, he say, "Kai, if there is a place we get magic power to be doing this thing." That means sometimes what happens is he don't even know when God uses him. One thing I discovered about God is, as far as you make yourself available, God always uses you. God can use anybody. God can use anything. Like you now, you are, in fact, you are bigger than a man of God.
Why will you say that?
No,
don't say that.
You are fulfilling a great ministry. Since I started following you since 2020, I started following you. I've been really, in fact, I've never been inspired.
Going to help.
Okay, you all had the story of the man, but I just want to put some things straight. You see, I've been in this ministry now for about 20 years. I've been 19 to 20 years. I started this ministerial work. I will categorically say ministry is not for babies. Ministry is not for children, but ministry are for the men who are ready to become babies. I repeat, I say ministry is for men who is ready to become babies. So ministry is not just something you wake up one day because you are hungry, because you don't have anything to do, you just begin to enter ministry. There is what he said that caught my attention. He said, number one was, he said, when things begin to go wrong in his life, he went to some prophetic church. And the prophet told him that the reason why he is suffering is because he is called. And he did not ask the prophet, how am I called? And if I am called, what am I called for? And if this is what I'm called for, where will I start from? All you just did was to just went to Living Faith Church. It's not a bad ministry. Living Faith is not a bad church. I'm not criticizing the church, but all I'm saying is everyone's calling is different. So you must know where you need to serve in your calling. If you are called into a faith ministry, maybe like work as a Living Faith, fine, you can groom there and grow there. If you are called into prophetic, simply means you need to go to a prophetic ministry that is saying the truth word. If you are called for evangelism simply means you must tarry with evangelists and apostles that will move you to the next level. You cannot be a teacher and you are working under a doctor. You cannot be a lawyer and you are working under a mason, because the person who is running a race understood better about the race. So going to that place to go and say, I want to go and start ministry, is the number one wrong step he has made. So whosoever you are called, listen, let me just bring this thing. I said, see, everybody is called. The reason why God created man is because of him, that men should serve him. And the reason why God created woman is because of man. So therefore, every man is called. Every man is called. And the reason why you are called is because of God. So there is no two ways about your calling. You are called. But everyone is called to different offices, different places, different missions, different purposes. Your calling might just be a cleaner in the house. Your calling might just be a messenger. Your calling might be choir singing. Your calling might just be a deaconess. You know, calling does not really makes you to be. You say to yourself, I want to become a pastor. Somebody telling you are called. Ask the question. Even if he told you that this is where area you are called, you sing down, pray, communicate with the Father who has called you. We reveal to you what he has called you for. Not just you just wake up one morning because somebody say you are called, you just wake up and say I want to become a pastor. No, pastoral work is not for babies. There is for men who are ready to become babies, who is ready to sacrifice their life for the purpose of the benefit of heaven. Number two is you are poor not because of you are called. So stop saying because you are poor, that is because you are called, that is the reason why you are poor. It's not true. God has given mandate to every man to labor, to work, and to eat. That is the number one punishment. God caused the ground because of the sake of man. So therefore, it's not because you are called. If you do business, you will prosper. Anything you are doing, if you try this, it's not working, please try another. If you are selling something and you see that selling this is not good for you, please try another. Don't say because it is because you are called, that's the reason why it is not working for you. I have my personal job that I'm doing. So you must have a job, even if it's not as big as you think. Be contented with that one you are getting. Number three, opening a church do not make you to become a big man. You cannot, opening a church will not make you a rich man. What makes you a rich man? That is, if you want to become a rich man like Oyedepo, you want to become a rich man like Abioye, you want to become a rich man like Living Dunamis, you want to become a rich man, go and do business. Business is what makes you to be rich. Listen, this is how it works. The offering and tithe that is coming to church is not coming to church to make you rich. It's coming to church to pay some expenses in the church. So if you look at the money coming to the church as an offering and tithe, cannot even do the needful things in the church. So but your business is the one that will take care of you. The affairs of the ministry, the money that comes into the ministry, the affairs of the ministry is bigger than the money that is coming in. Except there are people that their level, their financial support is higher than the need of the ministry. So opening a church will not make you a big man. I have been there. I am there as I'm talking to you now. I am in ministry, so I know what I'm talking about. If you are poor or you don't have anything doing and you're coming to the ministry because you want to make money, I swear you will lie. You must lie. You must steal. You must deceive. Because there are responsibility that will be hitting you from left, right, front, and back, which you have no option. Sometimes I will be tempted to lie, but if I want to do it, the Lord said, hey, my son, this is not what I call you for. This is not what I call you for. I said, if you know you don't want me to lie, provide for me, and he did. So church do not make you a big man. Opening a church will not make you a big man. What makes you rich in ministry is when you invest in businesses. You begin to do businesses and God help you. You pray for one of the Gentiles, and by his mercy, the Gentiles say, okay, servant of God, take out of what I have received. That is fine. That is beautiful. But saying you, because you want to become a rich man, that is the reason why you open a church, you have wronged yourself. You have raised a foundation of errors. You must fail. Because the first motive of what makes you to come into the ministry matters a lot. It's what will drive you. Number 4, spiritual things are for the spirituals. If you are not spiritual, there are some spiritual things that will come left and right to fight you. Listen, in ministerial work, in spiritual work, there are spiritual battles and spiritual encounters. So if you are not strong, if you are not called to it, you must surely fight you. Now, this is how it works. If God call you as a pastor, he will give you the angel of a pastor. He will not give you the angel of an evangelist. The angel of an evangelist will not be with you. If you are called as an evangelist, he will give you the spirit of an evangelist, but he will not give you the angels and the protection of the prophet. So if you are called as a prophet, you will be given the spirit of a prophet. It will not give you the spirit of an evangelist, and all operate in different ways. So if you try to work in another man's office, that is where you now begin to have problem. And as you are now having problem, you now begin to blame God. God is not at fault. It is you that is at fault. So let me drop this. I hope you learn. Please like and share. Press the bell buttons and see the Lord will bless you. Share, send your comment or anything you understand, just send it to the comment section, and God bless you. I see you on the next program. Bye bye.